YOLO. Today I wanted to talk about money and mindset, the different psychological things that happen to us with money. Now, these are subjects of which I have read extensively in the past couple of years, and the best book on the subject, no pun intended, is The Psychology of Money. I absolutely love that book. Highly recommend everyone read it. Let's start by looking at how each of the three main classes, lower, middle, and upper, view money. For the lower class, money is a tool for survival. It is there to pay for your rent, your food, your clothing. It just keeps you going. It is a constant source of stress and anxiety because there is never enough of it. Talking about or learning about money is also stressful, and it has negative stigmatisms like the rich are evil and corrupt. That's how they got their money. So, viewing money in this mindset makes you less likely to learn about money, to talk about money, to make financial decisions or seek financial education, and to view money negatively as it's tinted with an evil lens. The root of all evil, as they say. Even though it is the love of money, not money itself, that is the root of all evil, it has been pre-programmed into their minds to view money negatively, so they have a negative relationship with money. Now we look at the mindset of the middle class, the run-of-the-mill average Joe. To them, money is not a sense of scarcity and survival. It is comfort and convenience. They have enough money that they don't have to constantly worry about where their next meal is coming from or if they're going to have a roof over their head. But what they do worry about is the quality of roof over their head, if it's as big as the Joneses, trying to always keep up and outdo your neighbors. They got a new car last year, well, maybe we should get a new car this year. We don't want to have to cook for ourselves. We were busy with a long day of work, so we'll order food through DoorDash. We'll get someplace through Uber. We'll pay the convenience fee, the layaway, the buy now, pay later, the debt trap. The middle class falls into the debt trap just as easily as the lower class, if not worse, because the promise of instant gratification lures the middle class in, for what they seek is comfort, convenience, and ease. All things that money can provide. But debt can provide it faster. Now, something that the lower class and the middle class have in common is low levels of financial education. Last time I checked, schools do not teach you how to do your taxes. They expect you to use services like TurboTax. But they will teach you that A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Everyone learns that, and yet it's not useful in real life. What would be useful is teaching children the difference between ordinary income and capital gains. Teaching them the different tax styles for businesses, for employees, for self-employed, entrepreneurs. These are things that middle-class families don't learn. What they do learn is the standard route, which is go to college, get a degree, get a good job, make good money, but they only have really one form of income. So if they lost that form of income, but still had the same level of financial education as a lower class person, they'd quickly become lower class themselves. They'd fall prey to the same traps of debt, the same traps of one source of income then being needed to cover basic necessities for survival. You don't know what you don't know. Now, for the upper class, money is a tool, a means to an end. It is not something for survival or comfort. It is something to use to build businesses, empires, and legacies. They have the time and freedom to actually use their money to go after the things they want in life. They're not stuck working a 9-to-5, putting in 40 hours a week so they can just barely get by while they make somebody else richer. They focus on systems and structures. They know the different tax styles for the different forms of income, and they have multiple forms of income coming in. That way it's not directly tied to their time. Now, the thing that is very good, at least for you and I, is that there are very few Rockefellers or Rothschilds in this world. Large, rich families that are multi-generational are rare. That's why they're such a big deal. Most millionaires and well-off people are first generation. The reason for this is both a blessing and a curse. and it's twofold. Firstly, financial education. If you don't know what you're doing when it comes to money, how money works, debt, interest rates, bonds, securities, stocks, then you're not going to be able to play the game. A game is being played, and if you don't know how to play it, you're going to lose. Secondly, and this is one of the big reasons that self-made millionaires, their children or their grandchildren end up squandering their money, is because they give their children what they never got, instead of teaching their children what they were never taught. They make their lives easier for their children, which then puts their children in a middle-class mindset, where they have dad's money, so it's all about convenience, ease, simplicity. They don't actually understand what it took to make that money, or more importantly, how to manage that money once dad's gone. They just squander it and end up becoming middle-class or lower-class people once again within 3-4 generations. Now, depending on your psychology towards money, you can either have a downwards movement in your economic class or an upwards movement, which is beautiful for us. Because if we focus on financial education, on learning the things that we were never taught, and viewing money in a positive light, we can actually increase our finances. The more you know, the more you're able to do. And the more you have, the more you will get. It's the Matthew principle from the Bible. To he who has will be given, and to he who has not will be taken, even that unto which he has. It's a tale as old as time, and it rings true today. If you have money, you can make more money with your money through investments or businesses. But if you don't got anything, then whatever you do have is going to be taken away from you just so you can get by another day. As corny as it sounds, it's all about what you believe. If you believe money is bad, you'll never take the steps and the actions necessary to accumulate large amounts of it. At most, you'll hoard a small amount in reserve, saving it just in case so you can get by. And as we know, in our fiat currency system, savers are suckers, because you lose value every single day in your dollars. You have to invest. Think about it like this. If you have negative vibes towards money, money doesn't want to come to you. It'll be repelled by you. But if you have positive vibes towards it, you'll start learning, taking actions, and moving in the right direction. Money will end up being drawn to you like a magnet. That's how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Now my question to you is, what is your mindset when it comes to money? Are you upper, middle, lower? Do you believe money is evil, there to serve you, or a tool for your own betterment and the betterment of those around you? I used to be a middle class mindset, and then I became an upper class mindset, and now my finances match my mindset. It's really all what you believe. So what do you believe? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the flip side.